victory or death. For his men, there was still a way back, but for him, going home meant the end. Not defeat, but the end of everything. As long as there was a way back, it would kill his plan. So he made a decision, not a safe one, but a reckless one. A move that would leave them with no way back. 1519, under the Spanish Empire, Hernán Cortés sailed from Cuba. His orders came from Governor Diego Velázquez. He was told to explore the coast, make contact, build trade and report back. Nothing more. And so he sailed, not alone. Hundreds followed him, including soldiers, sailors, craftsmen and traders. 11 ships crossed the Atlantic. As they moved along the coast, he wasn't thinking about trade anymore. He was thinking about something bigger, conquest, about taking something and holding it. When they reached land, the shores of Mexico, and there everything became real. The Aztec Empire was powerful, but not united. Cities paid tribute, but not willingly. There were cracks in its control. The Totonacs spoke first, then Tlaxcala. They were not loyal to the empire and were ready to resist it, and Cortés saw it, not just as an empire, but as an opportunity. So he needed more than an idea, he needed to be legal. At the coast, he didn't wait. He built a city called Veracruz and formed a council from his own men, not for order, but for authority, to give his plan a name and legitimacy. He was no longer under Cuba or Velázquez. Now he answered directly to the crown. On paper, it was legitimate. As he moved forward, he began securing allies. First the Totonacs, then Tlaxcala. Old enemies of the Aztecs now became his allies. They gave him men, food, and supports. But at the same time, doubt began to grow inside his own ranks. This was no longer the mission they had signed up for. They had come to explore and trade, not to fight an empire. But now they were facing a war. Some weren't ready and wanted to turn back. And if they did, everything he was building would collapse. Everything he had planned would disappear.
Burn it.
So he made a real decision. He destroyed the ships by burning and sinking them. They were gone, and with them any chance of returning. There was no second choice, only one direction left: forward. With his allies, he moved toward the capital, Tenochtitlan. At its center stood the emperor, Moctezuma. From his perspective, this situation was dangerous. His empire was not fully united, and there were tribes that resisted him. A war could break everything, so he chose diplomacy instead of conflict. He allowed the Spaniards into the city as guests, not enemies. They were welcomed with gifts, ceremony, and honor. But that balance did not last. A small conflict became enough of an excuse. Cortés made his move and took Moctezuma, not violently, but strategically. He placed him under control as a soft hostage. Through him, Cortés controlled the city. Then everything changed. From Cuba, Velázquez sent a force to stop him and bring him back. It was led by Narvaez. Cortés had no choice but to leave the city with part of his army. He marched to the coast, near Veracruz, and attacked them at the night. He defeated Narvaez and absorbed his forces. But while he was gone, inside Tenochtitlan, his commander Pedro Alvarado made a critical decision. During Toxcatl, a sacred yearly festival for the god, the people gather unarmed to celebrate. Alvarado attacked. He closed the exit and struck without warning, killing nobles, leaders, and warriors. It was a massacre. He believed it would secure control, but it did the opposite. The city erupted into anger, chaos, and rebellion. The people rose and the Spaniards were trapped. When Cortés returned, the city was no longer the same. He entered, but he did not control it. He tried one last move by using Moctezuma. He brought him out to speak and calm the people. Moctezuma spoke, but the people did not listen. They turned on him and threw sun at their own emperor. He fell wounded, and days later he died. With him, any control was gone. Cortés knew he could not hold the city, so he decided to escape. At night and in the rain, they moved west toward the Tlacopan Causeway. The bridge has been destroyed, so they built portable ones to cross the gaps. They moved carefully and quietly. Then they were seen. Drums and shouts spread the alarm. Canoes filled the canals while warriors attacked from the water and blocked the road ahead. The first crossing worked, but the second failed. The bridge slipped, and men fell into the water. Their armor dragged them down. and the gold they carried pulled them under. The line broke, and they were trapped and attacked from every direction. Hundreds died, and the army was shattered, but Cortés survived and forced his way out. He escaped and reached Tlaxcala. There he rebuilt and regrouped while his allies stayed with him. Then he changed everything. Instead of attacking directly, he chose a siege. He returned with brigantes and took control of the lake. He cut the canals, blocked supplies, and surrounded the city. There was no food and no water, and disease spread quickly. The city weakened step by step until it collapsed. In 1521, Tenochtitlan fell.